and I'm walking up and I see Taylor Swift. What's up guys, it's Liv and welcome back. First of all, I just got a haircut. What do we think? I quite like it. I think it's really cute. Second of all, hi, I'm back. Hopefully this will be the start of the consistent uploading again. Hopefully, we'll see. But this is a video that I was kind of thinking about doing for a while now, but a lot recently I've been getting this question, and I guess first of all I should say, if you don't know, hi, my name is Liv. I am a freelance model. I do a lot of work with clothing brands and I've done campaigns and I do quite a lot of music videos. And I posted a TikTok recently where I sort of showed some of the music videos that I've been in, and since then I've been getting a lot of questions about like what it was like working with those celebrities. So this video is going to be me talking about my experience working with celebrities and working on music videos, and I'm going to show you some of the music videos that I've been in and talk about them. Since I think this video is probably going to be pretty long, I'm going to stop talking and I'm just going to get into what the video is about. So let's jump into this. Okay, so the first like high production music video I ever did was for a song called Girls by Rita Ora, BB Rexa, Charlie XCX, and Cardi B. This was like the first major music video I ever did. It was the first like major celebrity that I ever worked with. So the only person that I actually ended up meeting was Charlie XCX because it was her part of the video that I was in. This was my very first music video. It was kind of crazy. I drove to like a parking lot and then they picked you up in a big Sprinter van and they took us up to where the shoot was. It was me and a bunch of other girls. And fun story about this video, we were all dressed in white and the outfit that they had put me in was this like, I was wearing a white two-piece bikini and then I had this big like transparent plastic jumpsuit on, like full body jumpsuit. Then I was wearing like little heels. We didn't end up actually shooting until it got dark, but it was hot, sweaty. I was like fogging up in there. It was gross. Then when it got cold, I was freezing. This scene in particular, I cannot play the sound because I'm pretty sure I'll get copyrighted. This scene in particular, we were walking through this like part of the house that had like a bunch of trees and like there was like pine needles and stuff on the ground, and it was kind of on a hill. Here, hold on, I'll show you the scene that I'm in. That's me right there. You can't really see the jumpsuit that I'm wearing. And during filming this scene, we were walking and I had on these little heels. It wasn't only me, it was a couple other girls too that were like slipping and falling during this scene because the ground was so like slidey and our shoes had no traction, so it was like really hard to like actually film this scene and like be walking around in the dark. But I of course it would happen to me, ended up slipping and falling on my ass like hard, like fell flat on my butt really hard. A couple people had to like run and come help me up because I literally couldn't get up because my shoes kept slipping. I ended up ripping a hole in the butt of this plastic jumpsuit that I was wearing, and whatever, it was okay. And then I turned around to walk back to where like my starting position was, and one of the makeup artists was like, "Do you have a tattoo on your butt?" And I was like, "No." And she walks over and is like, "I think you're bleeding." My whole butt cheek was bleeding. My whole butt cheek. I had a full-on gash on my butt cheek. And they had to like literally take off all my clothes and she had to stick her hand down the pants of this jumpsuit I was wearing and wipe the blood off my butt. So that's me. So you can kind of see the plastic jumpsuit that I was wearing in this particular scene. Another thing about this video, I was actually in this pool scene. They asked if there was anybody that would be comfortable getting in the pool, seeing as it was late at night and it was cold and the pool was not heated. I ended up getting the pool. I didn't end up making it in this part of the video. You can't see me, but the pool was freezing. I actually made a lot of friends on this video shoot. People that oh, that's me. That's me. Huh. People that I still talk to, like this girl that I'm walking with right here. Her name's Rita. Besides what happened at the actual video, I did get to meet Charlie XCX, and very briefly, but she was really, really sweet. Didn't talk to us a whole lot, but she had other things to do, you know. She did compliment my hair. I remember that. And I have nothing bad to say. Yeah, that's kind of it for this video. The next video that I'm going to talk about is Juice WRLD's Black and White. Okay, sorry, my dog is here now. The reason I ended up being in this video was because one of my really good friends was styling it, and she called me like the night before the shoot and was like, hey, can you come do this tomorrow? And I was like, sure, I guess. And I ended up having to go late because I work, and they were like, it's fine, just come. And I was like, okay. So I ended up going after work. This ended up being like one of the more fun videos that I've ever done. And this was one of the first music videos where I was like really in it, you know? Because a lot of the times you do music videos, but sometimes you don't actually end up making it in the final whatever edit. So this scene was like, this scene was my hair flip scene. And it was my like big shining moment. But he was really cool. Oh, there's me again, sitting there crying. So basically we were all supposed to be like crying and like hungover, and like we just had this big crazy party and we were sad because Juice WRLD died. So we were supposed to be looking like sad and sweaty and crying, and they kept coming around with this like glycerin spray and like spraying everybody, and everyone was like sticky and wet. The scene that I shot where we were supposed to look like we were crying, I don't actually think ended up making in the video, but they shot like a close-up scene where it looked supposed to be like I was crying, and they kept spraying this glycerin shit in my eyes, and it like was really uncomfortable, so I ended up actually crying. But a lot of my friends were like, this girl with the green hair is my friend Sadie. A lot of people I knew were actually there, so it made it even more fun because it was like we were all just having a party together. Oh my god, wait, this scene? So, not 100% sure what his title was, but one of the guys that was on this shoot was actually also on the girls video, the last video I just talked about. So he recognized me just because of my hair. So he came up to me and he was like, hey, would you guys feel comfortable doing a kissing scene? And we were like, I guess. So that's what this is. Right there. But this video ended up actually being quite a lot of fun to film. Oh, this is the scene I was talking about. You just can't see my face. This is me, and we were crying, but they literally kept just spraying shit in our eyes. You can see me everywhere just because my hair is so bright, but I haven't seen this in a long time. So I guess that's kind of it for that video. Another sort of video where I didn't end up actually talking to the celebrity that much. He was really cool though, really easy to work with, super fun, super high energy, pretty nice guy. He kept asking to hit everybody's jewels. It was cool. I have nothing bad to say about that either. So the next video I'm going to be talking about is the Trippie Red Topanga video. So basically the gist behind this video was we were supposed to look like we were in a cult, and none of us knew that. The song wasn't out yet, so none of us had heard the song either. None of us really knew what was going on. So they sort of started dressing us in these like long white gowns, and we were all wearing the same thing. We ended up all doing the same makeup, and it was this like crazy like clown, like they painted eyes on top of our eyelids, and we had these like whatever, and we had the number 14 in between our eyebrows, and they ended up bleaching all of our eyebrows. And at the time, I didn't actually have bleached eyebrows. Which I was fine with them bleaching my eyebrows, but I think some of the other girls were like a little freaked out about it. And we were making jokes all day about how like, oh my god, we look like we're in a cult. And then finally someone was like, yeah, you guys are supposed to look like you're in a cult. So this right here is me. As you can see, my hair is brown in this, and that's because at the time my hair was orange and yellow, and I was the only person there with colored hair. So when he put us all in a line and was looking at us, I stood out too much. So they ended up putting this brown wig on me, this horrible, horrible, ugly brown wig on me. Like literally we're on set, I'm sitting there I'm the only one with colored hair, and I was like right in the middle because I was one of the shorter people. We're supposed to look like we're in a cult, you know, which is understandable to me. So they ended up throwing this ugly wig on me, and everyone was like trying to be like, no, it looks good, it's fine, it looks good. You gotta do what you gotta do in these situations sometimes. But it was just like kind of hectic because they put this wig on me in like literally 2 minutes. And everyone else had these like really pretty like blonde wigs that were like styled, and they just threw this on my head and started like pinning things everywhere. There I am again. Okay, here's another scene I made with the ugly brown wig on. This girl with the blonde hair, this was a wig, and this wig was like super pretty. But on this, at this video shoot, they had like actual snakes, like live snakes. So during, oh here you go. During like our breaks and stuff, we were just all out there like hanging out with the snakes. The only time I actually like saw Trippie Red besides when we were like filming the videos, when we were all hanging out with the snakes. He's actually like really nice, very like giggly and like bubbly, which sounds like a weird way to describe him, but he's cool. He literally did not stop smoking all day, like the whole shoot. Like you just get like one after another, like kept smoking. And I was like, how high can you possibly be? One of this like last scenes we shot was this scene, that's me, where we're all putting tabs of acid, it was just paper, acid on our tongues. And these pigeons right here, these 2 pigeons, they were real pigeons, they were real birds. Look how short I look. This is me. And look how tall everybody is. So I guess that's kind of it for this video. Another celebrity that I have nothing bad to say about. The only thing about this video is like none of us actually knew what was going on in the video. So when we sort of started to figure out, we were all like, oh, we're doing some like demonic satanic cult shit. Okay, cool. But you know, it ended up being fine. Moving on to the next music video. The next video I'm going to talk about is AJ Mitchell's Talk So Much, which I actually got to do because one of my really good friends, Max, creative genius, director, writer, extraordinaire, amazing person, love him to death, was working with AJ at the time, and he directed this music video, and he called me and was like, hey, like I'm filming this music video for this guy, can you be in it? And I was like, sure, I can be in it. And I didn't actually know who AJ was before I did this video, but I'm really glad I do, and I think he's really underrated, super talented guy. So if you don't know who he is, you should check him out. But this video was super fun to film just because it was Max's video, and I like knew literally everybody that was on set because they were all people that I've worked with a bunch of times. I've done like almost every music video Max has ever directed, and I love working with this team, so this was super fun. So basically that's why this video holds a special place in my heart. Obviously we were astronauts. Here I am again. This video was super fun to film actually, and it's crazy to see like what it looked like behind the scenes and versus like what it ended up looking like in the final product, because like this was, we filmed this basically in one huge warehouse, and like the way that this is all lit up and the way that there's like the stars in the background, like they edited all of that in. So during this shoot I didn't actually end up talking to AJ until we were like on set, like filming the video, and he's obviously sitting right in front of me, but he's like one of the nicest people I've ever met in my entire life. And me and him and all of the other people that were working, like we ended up just like talking all day long and becoming friends, and like we follow each other on Instagram now, and like, super fun to work with him. Got a good friend out of it. And oh my god, wait, I want to talk about this scene. I wish you guys could have seen how this was filmed. I have a picture that I took of Max that I'll put up if I can find it, but they were literally balancing on like a chair with a green screen behind them, like going like this. It's crazy to see like how it ended up looking just because I saw everything that it was before, like all the editing and stuff. I will definitely say, like, experience-wise, this was one of my favorite videos that I've ever done. Because my friend Max worked on it, I got to see a lot of it, and getting to see what it looked like before all the editing and after all the editing is like super, super interesting to me. And working with AJ was really cool. We still keep in touch every now and then, and he's super, super nice and like incredibly talented. Like, it's definitely one of my favorite experiences of all the people that I worked with, and I have nothing but rave reviews about AJ. He's super cool. Like, the next video I'm going to talk about is probably the one that I get asked about the most, just because of what it is and who it is, but it is the Taylor Swift "You Need to Calm Down" music video. So this video actually comes with quite a story. I was contacted by a casting agency that I've worked with before. They were like, hey, we have this music video. It's a super huge client. We cannot tell you who it is yet. Would you be interested? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then they were like, okay, we confirmed you for this video. Like, we'll send you the call sheet tonight. And I was like, okay. Still had no idea who it was for. I get the call sheet. My call time is 6 a.m. It was a decently far drive from where I live, and I had to be there at 6 in the morning, so I had to get up super early. It was like really cold. I still had no idea who it was for. First thing they did when I got there was take my phone. It was like coat check, but for your phone. Like, they take your phone and they give you like a number or whatever. So they took everybody's phone. No one was allowed to have their phone. No one was allowed to be on social media. No one was allowed to tell anyone where you were. No one was allowed to. It was like really like top secret. And I was like, I still didn't know who the video was for. I had no idea. Nobody was telling us. Even if you asked somebody on set, they like wouldn't tell you. I went to like a wardrobe like tent because everything was outdoors. We had these like big like tents that had like racks of clothes and like tables, and that's where all the extras and stuff were sitting. I go to one tent and I'm sitting there and I'm filling out some paperwork and whatever, and then I go into wardrobe and they start changing me. Literally getting my whatever wardrobe on. And a guy walks in and he's like, I need this person, and Olivia. And I was like, I'm Olivia, like, are you talking about me? Is there another Olivia? Like, what's going on? And he said, well, come with me. You've been assigned a new role. So he takes me and the other girls whose names he called, and we get into a van and he drives us up to a different tent. And this tent, let me tell you, it was luxury. The floors were carpeted, they had like couches, it was heated. It was like VIP tent. I still have no idea what's happening. Still don't know who the video's for. Still don't know what I'm doing. Don't know what's going on. So basically what had happened was I got cast as a cameo role, which basically just means that you're gonna be seen, but I got picked to be someone specific. And they start putting us in these like bright colored bikinis and like bathing suits, and I had this like bright colored makeup on, and they like braided my hair and whatever. We're getting ready. I'm still sitting there, no idea who this video is for, until they take us up to set. It was me, 2 other girls, and 3 guys. And they take us in a van up to where the set was. And we start walking in, and there's all these rainbow colored trailers. And I'm walking up and I see Taylor Swift. And I was like, oh, okay, it's Taylor Swift. Which for me was like a crazy full circle moment, just because when I was in high school, like, everybody and their mother used to tell me I looked like Taylor Swift. So very strange full circle moment. I'll play some of this video so you can kind of see. Oh, that's me. This is me right here. This was another scene I was in after we did the bathing suit scene. They changed me and just like threw me back in with the rest of the extras. So this was really fun. We were supposed to be like having a block party kind of, and we all lived in these bright fun colored trailers. So that's me. So this was the major scene that I was in, was sitting on these chairs in bathing suits. This is me right here in the green. Can we just talk about these freaking green shoes? They were these green like Versace heels, and I literally still think about them. And of course I'm covering my freaking face with the thing, so that's cool. Here, I'll talk about what it was like actually like working with Taylor Swift, because I did actually get to talk to her like quite a lot. She introduced herself to all of us. She remembered all of our names, which was kind of surprising to me. But because we were all sitting here, this scene took a while just because there was a lot of different angles that they shot. And we're sitting here on these freaking plastic chairs, and I know it looks all bright and sunny, but it was freezing. The wind was blowing. We were all freezing. So we did end up getting to talk to her like kind of quite a bit just because we were sitting like right next to each other. And these guys that were in the scene with us were actual friends of hers, like people she knows well, and they were all super nice, and getting to talk to her was like really cool. She's like crazy sweet and like really smart and funny. Like I actually really enjoyed talking to her. She's really cool. While we were filming this scene, actually, a paparazzi helicopter flew above us and they stopped everything they were doing. They threw a jacket over her and they put all the umbrellas over her, and we just had to like sit there and wait for the paparazzi helicopter to go by. But she was really nice, and she was telling us like one of the reasons for this scene, I don't know if it's for the whole video in particular, but she was saying how when she goes on tour, there's like a specific city, I don't remember exactly, but there's a specific city with a church that always protests her shows. Once at her shows, her fans came and protested the protesters with like signs, like rainbows and whatever. And also a lot of these people were like this scene with Billy Porter, he was actually green screened in. Like he wasn't actually there at the shoot. A lot of the celebrities that were in this video were actually not there. The people that I met was Todrick Hall, who was also really, really cool. I talked to him very briefly because he asked if my hair was a wig. Hannah Hart, I met her pretty briefly. She was really sweet. And I met some of the Queer Eye guys, and they were all really, really nice. So all in all, again, like a really, really cool experience. If I can find it, I'll insert. There's this behind the scenes video of all of us like wrapped in like robes and jackets, like being freezing. It's like a Snapchat video or something, and I'm in it. So if I find it, I'll insert that video. I think other than that, that's probably the only part of the video where you can really see me. This was probably the biggest celebrity I've ever been in a music video. It was like super top secret and like really high production and really good food. But it was really fun, and I'm glad I got to be a part of this. Last video I'm going to be talking about is for the Jonas Blue and Harvey Younger, and this one is pretty new. It came out like last week, I think. But this video, I cannot lie, this was the most fun I have ever had shooting any video ever, like any shoot I've ever done. This was probably the most fun I've ever had. And if you haven't seen the video, I'll show you why. But first of all, I wanted to talk about when you look up the video, this is the thumbnail, and this person standing right here in this blue bathing suit next to Jonas Blue and Summer Rae is me. Why am I there? I don't know. I don't know why I'm in the thumbnail. I don't know why they chose this as the thumbnail. But that's me. So this video in particular was really fun, simply because we literally just had a pool party at this humongous house in Malibu. It was genuinely fun. I'm pretty sure all the people, like the production people, were mad at us because we weren't really listening to them, just because we were literally having a pool party. So this scene is actually kind of trippy to me. So basically they filmed us all at this part of the pool, and then they filmed us again at this part of the pool, and then they filmed us again back here. So there weren't this many people here. This is like the same group of people in 3 different areas of the pool. So they just kind of like split it together. So if you look really closely, you can see a couple people like 3 different times. The only part of me that I can see is back here. I'm this little girl in the blue, the whitest person in this whole video. I'm in the pool right here in this pink inner tube, but the flamingo head is covering me, so you can't see me there. I actually didn't really get to talk to Jonas or Summer Rae, just because I wasn't really in any of their scenes. I only really talked to Harvey. Wait, okay. Oh, there I am. That's me. So basically they got a group of us and they said stand around him and dance. So that's what this is. And this is me. This is me walking by, being a party guest. I was literally standing off camera and they started filming, and one of the guys just goes, okay, walk. But basically, there I am. Filming this scene was kind of the only time I talked to Harvey. But during this scene, like, we were all kind of close together, and we were supposed to look like we were dancing and having a party. So we're all like dancing together. I kept hitting him because I was like dancing and he's here like singing to the camera and like doing his arm movements, and I'm doing my arm movements, and I just kept smacking him. and smacking him. And I did it like 5 different times. And like finally when we cut, like when we had a second to like cut, I was like, I'm so sorry, I just kept smacking you. And he's like, oh no, it's okay, it's okay. I also didn't know he was British until he started talking. Whenever that happened. And then I literally turned around to like go back to what I was doing. And as I turned around, I freaking elbowed him. And then I had to turn around and be like, I'm so freaking sorry. And he was like, why don't you just like come and punch me in the face? Like joking. And I was like, okay. This is me right here in the pink inner tube. And this is my friend Alani in the rainbow cowboy hat in the green inner tube. And we were literally in our own world. We kept just spraying each other with water guns. Also, let's talk about this. I don't know when they filmed this part because I'm obviously in it. This is me back here. But this jet ski was not there. It wasn't there. I don't know if they did that like before and just like cut it together, but like it was not there. That jet ski didn't happen. I did not see that jet ski. I don't know where that jet ski came from. This right here is probably my favorite scene of the whole music video. And that is simply because of this right here. As you can see, I'm standing here. We didn't know we were on camera. These 2 people standing behind us were like part of the crew. Like they weren't even, like that was, we weren't supposed to be seen there. Also this really good face right here. And this scene of my butt. And there's my big moment. This was the last scene that we shot for the day. And we were all sitting in the pool. None of us were ready. They were supposed to be doing a rehearsal scene and just like blocking out the movements. And the actual scene was gonna be them jumping into the pool together with all their clothes on. He jumped in without realizing that it was supposed to just be like a practice run. And pulled her in, so she obviously was not ready to be pulled into a pool. Do you see me right here? This is me. Do you see my face? How surprised I am? That's a genuine reaction because none of us knew that they were actually going to go into the pool. So that's it for that video. Again, I didn't talk to Harvey a whole lot. I didn't talk to Jonas or Summer like literally at all, but he seems really sweet. He's super talented, really great singer, loves his hair, I will say that. One of the makeup artists would come around like every so often with a mirror and like show him his hair and he'd be like, I guess that's really it for this video. I actually really enjoy doing music videos. And they don't pay very well and they're really long hours, but I just personally think it's super fun and it's like, it's modeling, but it's also acting, but it's also fun. So far I haven't really had like a negative experience working with a celebrity. I'm sure it'll come, I'm sure. But so far I really haven't, and everyone's been quite a pleasure to work with. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for sticking with me through all this inconsistency. Yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll see you next time. Okay. Okay.